Hello students, this is our paper first EVS-1101 Fundamentals of Environment Science first. Okay, so last lecture we will discussing about unit 4th, that is lithosphere. Okay, so this is next topic of this chapter, soil flora and soil fauna. Okay, so firstly their introduction. So soil represents one of the most important reservoirs of biodiversity. It reflects ecosystem metabolism since all the biogeochemical processes of the different ecosystem components are combined within it. Therefore, soil quality fluctuations are considered to be a suitable criterion for evaluating the long-term sustainability of ecosystem. Within the complex structure of soil, biotic and abiotic components interact closely in controlling the organic degradation of matter and the nutrient recycling processes. Soil fauna is an important reservoir of biodiversity and plays an important role in several soil ecosystem functions. Furthermore, it is often used to provide soil quality indicators. Then soil flora includes bacteria, fungi and algae and tends to be more static. The fauna, on the other hand, tends to move about once the food source is exhausted. Then fauna includes protozoa, nematodes, then collembola, then acarids. Okay, so these are the some examples of soil flora. Okay, so ज्या पण सॉईलमध्ये असणाऱ्या किंवा इकोसिस्टममध्ये असणाऱ्या ज्या पण बायोजिओकेमिकल प्रोसेसेस असतील, सायकल्स असतील. ओके, सो these all are dependent to each other. सॉईल असेल, एअर असेल, वॉटर असतील, त्यामध्ये ज्या पण होणाऱ्या केमिकल सायकलिंग असतील किंवा इकोसिस्टममधल्या ज्या सायकल्स असतील किंवा ज्या प्रोसेस असतील बायोजिओकेमिकल्स. ओके, these all are dependent to each other, right? So that's why soil also represent one of the most important reservoirs of biodiversity, right? So जे पण त्यामध्ये असणारे इकोसिस्टममध्ये जे पण असणारे बायोटिक कॉम्पोनंट्स असतील किंवा अबायोटिक, दॅट मीन्स लिव्हिंग और नॉन लिव्हिंग जे पण कॉम्पोनंट्स असतील त्या सगळ्याचा जे पण सॉईलचं स्ट्रक्चर असेल किंवा त्याचं जे पण मेंटेनन्स असेल किंवा सॉईलची जी पण असणारी फर्टिलिटी असेल. ओके, या सगळ्यावर त्याचा इम्पॅक्ट होतो, राईट? देन organic degradation of matter and the nutrient recycling processes, these all are interact with biotic abiotic factors. Okay, then soil organisms are the organisms that spend all or part of their lives in the soil environment. Soil animals, that means fauna, range in size from macrofauna, that is moles, earthworms, millipedes, okay, through mesofauna. Their example, springtails and mites, okay, to microfauna such as nematodes and protozoans, right? So then soil plants, that is flora, include roots of higher plants, then algae, fungi, then bacteria and actinomycetes. Okay, so these are the soil flora and soil fauna and their examples. So soil is an ecosystem in which these different creatures interact and contribute to the global cycles that make all life possible. Okay, so this is the introduction of soil flora and soil fauna. Okay, so next one is classification of soil organisms. Firstly, soil flora in plant kingdoms. First one, macrofauna, and second one is microfauna. So firstly, macrofauna flora is plant roots and macro is algae. Okay, then microflora, bacteria, actinomycetes, fungi and algae. Okay, these are the examples of macro and microflora. Okay, so then next classification is soil fauna, animal kingdom. Okay, so these are also two types, microfauna and macrofauna. Microfauna examples, protozoans and nematodes, and then macrofauna, earthworm and termites, ants, grubs. These are the examples of soil fauna. Okay. Then firstly, soil fauna. Animals that inhabit the soil. So soil fauna includes representative of many groups of terrestrial and aquatic animals, right? So protozoans, rotifers and tiny nematodes, that is nanofauna, inhabited capillary and even film water. Okay, small arthropods, then including mites, collembola, then symphyla and other microfauna occupy spaces between solid soil particles not filled with water. Okay, then larger invertebrates, that is earthworms, then myriapods and insect larvae that tunnel into soil, that is mesofauna, use all the soil as their habitat. So the larger invertebrates, earthworm, myriapods and insect larvae that tunnel into soil, that is mesofauna, use all the soil as their habitat. Okay, so burrowing vertebrates such as moles, then palearctic moles, rat, then mole lemming and mole mice constitute the macrofauna and megafauna. Okay, so these are the soil fauna. Okay, animals that inhabit the soil, जे पण सॉईलमधले असणारे जे किंवा ॲनिमल्स असतील किंवा जे सॉईलमध्ये प्रेझेंट असतात. ओके, लाईक जे पण प्रोटोझॉन्स असतील, रोटिफर्स असतील अँड टायनी नेमॅटोड्स असतील. ओके, देन जे पण स्मॉल अर्थ्रोपोड्स असतील, including mites, collembola, then symphyla and other microfauna. These all are the examples of soil fauna. Okay, so soil fauna, an important factor in soil formation, influences all the properties of soil including fertility, right? Its activity accelerate the humification and mineralization of plant residues, alter the salt regime and soil pH, increases the soil's porosity and permeability to water and air, helps to deepen the accumulative horizon and mix the soil layers, and creates the soil's water stable granular structure. Okay, many soil inhabitants, especially insects larvae such as cockchafers, then click beetle and ground beetles. Okay, and nematodes are dangerous crop and forest pest. Then agrochemicals and agrotechnical and chemical methods are used to control them in many countries to increase soil fertility, especially of land newly brought under cultivation. The soil fauna is enriched by the introduction of useful species and by the application of compost abounding in useful species. Okay, so these are the soil fauna that is important role playing in the soil fertility, properties of soil. Okay, then soil formation, right? These are the some examples of soil fauna. Okay, then next one is soil flora. Soil flora includes bacteria, fungi and algae and tends to be more static. The fauna on the other hand tends to move about once the food source is exhausted. Fauna include protozoa, nematodes, then collembola and acarids. Okay, these are the some examples of soil flora. The cropland soil, which is comprised of spermosphere, rhizosphere and bulk soil, is populated by a wide array of microbial inhabitants. These microbial inhabitants include the flora, represented by bacteria, actinomycetes, then archaea, then fungi and algae, and the fauna such as protozoa, nematodes, acaride and collembola. Okay, these organisms consist of saprophytes, pathogens of plants and antagonists of other soil microbes, including some plant pathogens. The success of crops may be influenced directly by stimulation of their growth and indirectly by variety of interactions among these microbial inhabitants. Okay, so soil flora is also important, playing important role in the soil fertility असेल किंवा सॉइलचं जे असणारं स्ट्रक्चर असेल, सॉइलचं जे मेंटेनन्स असेल. ओके, then soil fertility, right? And the some examples of soil flora, that is the algae, fungi, bacteria. Okay, then next one is importance of soil fauna and flora. So soil fauna and are essential component of all soils. Particularly vital is their role in the retention, then breakdown and incorporation of plant remains, nutrient cycling and their influence on soil structure and porosity. Okay, जे पण soil fauna असेल किंवा flora असेल तर ते they are very they are playing very important role in the their retention, then breakdown and incorporation of plant remains and their nutrient cycling and their influence on soil structure असेल किंवा सॉइलची जी पण असणारी porosity असेल. राईट, देन microorganisms play foremost role in soil formation and soil ecology because they as natural soil engineers regulate the flux of nutrients to plants and prop up nitrogen fixation. Okay, then and ultimately promote detoxification and of naturally occurring inorganic and organic pollutants in soil. Right, then next one is bacteria and archaea are the most abundant microorganisms in the soil and serves many important purposes including nitrogen fixation. Some bacteria can colonize minerals in the soil and help influence weathering and the breaking down of these minerals. Okay, so these are the some importance of soil fauna and the flora. Okay, then next one, role of organisms in soil fertility. So soil fertility मध्ये जे पण फ्लोरा असेल, सॉइल मधला जो असणारा फाउना असेल त्यांचा मेन प्लेइंग इम्पॉर्टंट रोल काय आहे तर फर्स्ट वन इज सॉइल मायक्रोब्स ब्रेक डाऊन ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर. सो जे पण असणारं ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर आहे सॉइलमधलं तर त्याला ब्रेकडाऊन करण्याचं काम करतात. देन सॉइल मायक्रोब्स रिसायकल nutrients, then soil microbes create humus, soil microbes create soil structure, then fix nitrogen, then promote plant growth and soil microbes control पेस्ट अँड डिसीजेस. ज्या पण सॉईलमधल्या ज्या पण असणाऱ्या न्यूट्रियंट सायकलिंग असेल तर त्याला रिसायकल करण्याचं काम करतात. जे पण डिकॉम्पोज प्लांट मटेरियल असेल किंवा जे पण ॲनिमल्स असतील, डेड ॲनिमल्स असतील किंवा जे पण प्लांटमधलं जे पण असणारं मटेरियल असेल ओके त्याला डिकॉम्पोज करण्याचं काम करतात आणि जे पण ह्युमस आहे तर ते क्रिएट करतात. जे पण सॉईलचं जे स्ट्रक्चर आहे तर त्याला मेंटेन करण्याचं काम करतात. जो सॉईलमधला असणारा नायट्रोजन आहे तर त्याला फिक्सेशन करण्याचं काम करतात. देन जे पण प्लांटची असणारी जी ग्रोथ आहे तर त्याला प्रमोट करतात. अँड द पेस्ट आणि डिसीजेस जे आहेत तर त्याला हे जे सॉईलमधले असणारे मायक्रोब्स आहे किंवा फ्लोरा असेल, फाउना असेल ओके सो पेस्ट आणि डिसीजेसला कंट्रोल करण्याचं काम करतात. ओके, सो दीज आर दी रोल ऑफ ऑर्गॅनिझम्स इन सॉइल फर्टिलिटी. ओके, सो दिस इज दी soil flora and fauna. There are some examples and role of organisms in soil fertility. Okay, thank you.